everybody, if we can stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, thank you and welcome, everyone. Kathy's going to give us a roll call, please.
You got it. Sabin. Bartleson.
Here.
Deskin.
Here.
Bergbauer.
Here.
Galogli is absent. McDonald.
Here.
Hugh.
Present.
Sheehan.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, I see our police chaplain, Lou Wold, is here to open us up.
I ask you if you would you pray with me. Almighty God, we give you thanks for our many blessings. Help us not to take our blessings for granted. We're thankful for our city. We ask you to give our mayor, the city council, and the city staff wisdom and unity. Bless our city employees and volunteers who serve us. We ask you to protect our military forces around the world. Guard our police and fire personnel as they serve and protect us. Protect our schools, keep them safe. Prosper the businesses in our city, and may your love, peace, grace, and wisdom be upon our city. In your almighty name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Lou. All right, friends, do we have any liaison reports?
I have a couple of things real quick. Lockport, the restaurant week is still going on in downtown Lockport, well, Lockport area completely. Most of the restaurants are on the website that are participating, and if you go to the QR code, it will show you what their specials are. And if you don't have the QR code, just mention that you're there for restaurant week, and there's some great deals out there, fabulous food, all kinds of snacks and treats, so make sure it goes through March 10th, so make sure you get out there and support your local restaurants. Tomorrow evening at the Embers and the Speakeasy, there's going to be a business after hours for St. Pat's, hosted by the Lockport Chamber. It's a free event, so just if you can email the chamber, you're welcome to go. And then the Ovation Center on March 21st is hosting a multi-chamber event. Joliet Chamber, Romeoville Chamber, Lockport Chamber, Heritage Corridor Business Alliance, Plainfield Shorewood Chamber. The Senior Services of Will County will be there. Looks to be a pretty good event. It's at 349 South Weber. That's Thursday, March 21st, 4:30 to 6:30.
What time is the speakeasy tomorrow?
It is 5:30 to 7:30.
Okay.
Rotary will be there too.
Yeah. I have a liaison report too. Met on the 22nd with Heritage and Architecture. We had a historic preservation plan workshop. Went very well. It was presented by J.P. Hall, who is a teacher of historic preservation, and we kind of got ourselves a little bit more centered and focused on what we want to see out of the downtown. And then the other thing is for Bloom Lockport, I'm losing it because I can't remember if I said this last time, was we were able to get a grant for $35,000. And so we're taking the landscaping project, we're moving it over to Route 66. And we're trying to make it a teachable area, so we're actually going to have a little seating area for learning and information. So it should be really cute.
Yep, that's great. Thank you, Christina. Anybody else?
Here, just one brief item. On March 16th, we are meeting at Public Works on a Saturday for helping the Will County Forest Preserve clean up the Veterans Memorial Trail up and down. Volunteers can sign up online on the Will County Forest Preserve's website, and it will meet at the Prime Boulevard facility at 9 a.m., and it should be over by noon. Gloves, tools provided, so.
Okay. Sounds
Hey,
groovy.
But you got to sign up online for a waiver.
You do have to sign up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can send it to you. Do you? Okay.
All right, crew, is that everything? Okay. Well, fun. All the wrestlers are here, huh? So if, Coach Roth, where are you at? Come on down and meet me and Darren at the podium. Darren, come on down with me, man. You help to organize everybody coming out here. Hello, ladies. How are you? Man, this is really fun. So now, is there's enough girl wrestlers that you guys wrestle girl wrestlers? It's not intermixed as much anymore? Or is it still intermixed? Okay, all girls now? I asked that because usually when we'd have, a girl wrestler come in and be recognized, we would have them wrestle JR. But now you guys get to pick from either Joanne or Renee or Christina to show some moves up here, so.
Sure.
Which one of you guys coming down? All right. I didn't warn him, so it's fine. Coach Ross, come on up, man. Well, thank you for coming out today so that we can, I want to hear all about it. So please, if you can tell the story, I would love to listen, and the council would love to.
Absolutely. So we started the the Lockport girls wrestling team 3 years ago. This is our third year, and they've had an IHSA state tournament for the last 3 years. We started at the same time that they started the IHSA tournament. We have been doing a great job for the last 3 years. We've had a lot of girls come out. We've had more every year, and this year we've had the most successful team we've had since its inception. We had 2 individual state champions, Claudia Heaney and Morgan Turner, and as a team, we took second at state, which this is the first time. Thank you. This is the first time they've actually given awards out for the team trophies, and we got state runner-up for the first time they've done it. So we're really excited about this historic event, and we're really, really amazingly proud of all the girls that were part of the team. And I'm very, very happy to be part of it. So we lined up by weight because that helps me remember things.
Well, I have certificates, so if you want to call their names, and then we'll save our champions for last, but if you want, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
Come up and.
All right, so Avery Kilala, 105, and also a state qualifier. Veronica Skibicki, 110. Also, this past weekend qualified for IWCOA state, so congratulations. Ella Vicario.
Is there like one
We have a
weight
lot of
class?
lower classes. She's
Okay.
110. Veronica's also 110. Liz is not here. We'll talk about her in a second. Bella Armando, 115. Also, this past weekend qualified for IWCOA state. Congratulations.
What is IWBOA?
So it's kind of like an unofficial state for all the girls that didn't qualify for IHSA state. It's just like kind of an off-season extra tournament that they get to go to.
We know stuff like the IEPA, right? Things like that.
Lots of acronyms. Yeah. Lucy Madrigal, 120.
Well done,
Sectional qualifier. Kylie Green, 125. Claudia Heaney, 130. IHSA state champ and in 2023 IHSA state runner-up. Congratulations. Miranda Powley, 135. Here it is, not here. Sophie Kellner, 190. Rebecca Ramirez.
Ramirez.
And also a state qualifier. And Morgan Turner, state champion. Also cadet world champion.
Can you say that again?
Also cadet world champion.
World champion.
Amazing. Claudia and Morgan again. Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
Claudia and Morgan, again, state champions. Come on up.
Anything takes more out of you than wrestling practice. So it is the hardest practice there is.
Absolutely.
Now, who's the boys coach? It's like Josh Oster or something?
It was Josh Oster, now it's Jamison Oster's little brother.
All right, so this
Josh.
is a weird thing. Somehow, in my iPhone calendar, Josh Oster's birthday comes up, and I can't get rid of it. I don't know how it got on there, and I can't get rid of it. It's weird. So I'm expecting to see Coach Roth's name come up on my calendar for birthdays.
Well, it's coming up, actually.
Yeah, so I don't know how it happened, but it's there.
Assistant coach?
Yes, Sam, of course, Sam Fuentes. We wouldn't be where we are without Sam. Sam has been,
Now, are both you guys instructors at the school too, teachers?
yes, absolutely.
Okay, what do you teach?
I teach chemistry.
Chemistry?
Yep, I teach history.
Right on, you guys. Well, thank you so much for everything that you've done and getting these girls to where they're at. If you girls want to come up and get a picture all together, that'd be great. So come on down. It's in the, you know where it is? It's under my desk. Wait, hold on. You guys line right up nice. Other teams are scattered all over the place. You guys like, no, you're.
Are there any seniors amongst you?
You guys don't even have any seniors?
There is one senior. She's working tonight. She's actually working.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
The last time she was there, we did a high school award.
You guys don't look as if the
Yeah,
fans
they're
went
called,
to get-
yeah, we gone. Here's your ice cream cone.
See y'all next year.
I can't stop it.
Hey, Christina, you could have took her place up there.
I almost forgot that. All right, nobody likes crummy certificates, right? That's why we do cool hats. So, come on. So, thank you.
Anybody need more hats?
Yeah, I ran out.
There? A lot of corn, huh? Oh, wrestling. It's heaven, right?
It's happened. It doesn't get out town much.
Right, Jonathan, the corn huskers?
And how many have we got here?
Ian Gable, there's a statue.
These are the one people that didn't make it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Don't forget about the senior that's not here.
Coach, can you, here's the other certificates, and if you can pass these out to the other leagues. Absolutely. Okay. We all good? All right, everybody. Well, thanks again. Really appreciate you coming out and letting us, recognize everybody. So, well done, everybody. Be good.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, they're gonna bring it to her. 'Cause they're gonna go.
Yeah, where you going? You don't have to stay for the whole 3 hours. Yeah, it's like, run fast. Really? Fun. All right, you guys. So let's we all back, everybody. All right, let's. I'm looking for a motion to have a consent agenda tonight.
So move. Second.
All right, Joanna, Renee, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, so looking for approval of our regular city council meeting minutes from February 21st, committee of the whole meeting minutes from the 21st, payroll period ending February 18th, a right-of-way dedication over at 1602 Madison, ordinance 24003. Looking for a special use permit for the 30-unit apartment building at 923 South State, new building, and appropriation and eligibility of the MFT funds, which would be Resolution 24019. So we're looking for the motion to approve.
Motion.
Okay, we got Pat
Second.
and seconded by Jonathan. And if we can do a roll call, please?
He's Patrick now. He's Patrick now officially.
I'm trying to hold to that.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
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 All right, looking to approve our bills through February 27th. For a motion for that?
A motion.
All right,
I'll second.
Renee and Christina. Any questions? Otherwise, we'll do a roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
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 All right, Brent, you got some information for us?
I do. I'd like to welcome Dan Bounds with Baxter and Woodman to come up and give us a quick presentation. This is for our MS4 program here at the city. This is in relation to our storm sewer system and making sure that we have no illicit discharges or anything that shouldn't be getting into our storm sewer getting into it. So this evening, I'd like to welcome Dan, and
Good evening.
it's all yours.
Oh, do you have a clicker? That'd be great. Hi, so good evening, everyone. Thanks for having me. The Illinois Environmental Protection Agency requires that the city have a program to protect local waterways, creeks, streams, lakes from stormwater pollution from the separate storm sewer system. The city has this program and complies with the requirements for stormwater pollution prevention practices, water quality monitoring, municipal staff training, which actually occurred with Public Works crews today, and program documentation. This program goes by a few different names, but regulatorily it's your municipal separate storm sewer system program, or your MS4 program. You get an MS4 permit from Illinois EPA. So there is required documentation that has to be available publicly, and you do have that information on your website. Three main program documents are the Stormwater Management Program Plan, or how the city complies with the rules and requirements from Illinois EPA, a Notice of Intent, which goes in anytime there's a new permit on what the city is going to do to comply with the new rules and regulations in a permit, and there's an annual report that goes in to Illinois EPA June 1st of every year. All of these documents are on the city's stormwater webpage. There's a snippet of it right there on the screen. These are available publicly for anybody who has questions or is looking for information on the stormwater quality program. So a little bit about these documents. That NOI document goes into Illinois EPA anytime there's a new permit, and it sets forth the commitments that the city is making to Illinois EPA on implementing the requirements of the program. The Stormwater Management Program Plan, the second one on your screen, that's more of the how. What departments do what requirements? How do the city, the departments and groups work together to implement the requirements? And then the annual reports go into Illinois EPA every June. So there's 6 primary groups of requirements that Illinois EPA has for the city in this program. There's public education and outreach requirements and public involvement and participation. This presentation is a requirement of that second sub-bullet, public participation and information for the public. There's also requirements for Public Works to get out and look for illicit discharges or illegal connections to the storm drain system. There are requirements for construction site oversight and new development or post-construction type stormwater requirements, and then pollution prevention and good housekeeping practices for municipal operations. So there is a monitoring requirement as well. The city's required to do some sort of monitoring to see if the program is effective, and the city participates within the Lower Des Plaines Watershed Work Group. It's a local watershed group that has collaborative watershed scale efforts to evaluate water quality and make improvements. The data from the Lower Des Plaines Work Group is available on their website for any interested public. And there's staff training requirements. Like I said, that happened today with Public Works crews. So your Public Works crew have training on fleet and building maintenance, storm drain system maintenance, how to take care of roadways, recognizing illicit discharges or pollution hazards within the environment, and how to handle the materials, the chemicals, and any spills that might happen through Public Works activities. Contractors working within the city have to be trained as well. So for any questions or additional information on this program, there's the city's website. Public Works is the lead agency, Public Works and Engineering. Their phone number is on the screen. It's option 8 to get there quicker for any questions about how the city implements these requirements or local water quality issues, or to report a problem or a spill or a discharge with any sort of pollution concern. Just a little bit of future prediction here. Illinois EPA's website, there's a little snippet here that says there will be a new permit in March. Not for sure if it's going to come out in March, but it looks like sometime this year there will be a new set of requirements, which I will help the city and Public Works and Engineering review and get new compliance measures in place if need be. And with that, I'm happy to answer any questions about the stormwater quality program that the city implements.
Anybody got anything? It's kind of amazing just how much goes into, dealing with rainwater. I mean, it's incredible. So thank you and thank Brent and our team for,
I have a question. So how have we done in the last 10 years? Doing the rainwater, stormwater remediation, or what? How have we been doing? We've been doing pretty good?
City specifically, or
Yeah.
we in general?
Aaron personally.
No, the city specifically. How?
Right. Good. Yeah, so this permit program is getting to about 20 years in maturity now. So the first few years, we're really just getting ramped up with a new program and this type of pollution prevention training and these ideas and materials. So that was the start. And then over the past 20 years, people have just gotten better with pollution prevention measures, new technologies, better training, better education, everything from just controlling chemicals and spills to the amount of salt that's put down on roadways. All of those pollutant loads or amounts have been decreasing. So you would expect water quality to be improving through those activities.
Cool.
Illinois EPA does have a monitoring program, and local watershed groups do, to take samples and test for water quality over time.
right on.
Okay, now I have a question. Do you go to like the retention ponds and sample water for the quality in there, or is that part of this, where the stormwater goes?
Detention basin sampling is not a routine thing, but if there was a spill into one or some sort of specific pollution issue, we could do that. Yeah, we could get sampling on that, take some analysis. If it's an industrial area or downstream of that detention basin, there seems to be concerns, it could happen. Most of the routine sampling is done in the streams.
Okay.
And at the effluent of your wastewater treatment plants.
All right.
But if there was a specific issue, it could be sampled.
Okay.
I've got a quick question. Thanks for coming, Dan. The question I had was more related to like public education. And I know myself, like I know that I shouldn't dump stuff into the sewer grate out at the curb.
Okay.
But if you moved out to Lockport from Chicago, where they have like a combined sewer, and it's like not that big a deal to maybe throw something in that. What's the element of public education that we do here in Lockport? I've lived here for 20 years, and I don't recall hearing anything about MS4 or, about that permit or kind of the education around it. And so I'm curious, what do we do aside from posting it on the internet?
That's
to
the
engage
main
the
source
public?
of information for almost everybody these days.
Okay.
Years ago, people would send out bill inserts or mailers or something like that. You don't see that much anymore because everybody's so used to going to web pages for information. So Public Works and Engineering webpage and City Management Office webpage has materials get posted up on the webpage periodically. Everything from how to handle waste paint, sensible salting on the driveway, proper use of lawn fertilizers, no dumping into the storm drains.
Right. When you used to
things
see
like
those,
that.
or I guess on some of the stamped iron, you'd see like, discharges to streams or,
Right, like no
picture of a
dumping
fish,
drains to river or drains to
placards
stream.
or something like that on it. But I
Yeah.
imagine that's a pretty big effort to put those on every sewer grate in a
Yep.
city.
Most new storm drain inlets are stamped with that kind of no dumping message on there, and old ones, when they're being replaced, get that message on too.
We could certainly take some of the highlights of do's and don'ts and put it out on
Make
the,
a flyer, do Facebook, and we
Yeah.
can put it in our water bills and We could do that this spring, sure.
Can we make that a certain cycle? Definitely, not a
Make
one-time
sure we're doing
hit,
it.
but constant reminder when we don't have anything going on.
Okay.
Picture Cousin Eddie on there with a line and circle through him, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thanks, folks, I appreciate it.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan.
Right? All right, next, we're looking for approval for Resolution 24023, which was the Old Canal Days roadway construction management.
I'll make that motion.
So Darren. Seconded by Pat. Thoughts, comments? I know we talked about this, went through a lot last week, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a question for Brent after the vote.
Okay. Then,
I personally feel like it's a ton of money for roads within a gate. You know, I know that we have an intention maybe someday of opening that gate up to Davies. It's a massive, it's a massive cost for something that's going to be used 3 days a year,
okay.
is my thoughts.
Thank you. I mean, I still feel like it's one of those incremental things that we've been moving towards. I remember I heard some of that when we put the Second Street Bridge in, and it looked really pretty. Everybody's like, why in the world would you do that? But ultimately, we're just taking steps to doing things, so, but I appreciate your thoughts, Jonathan. Any other last-minute points of view? Well, then we'll do a roll call, please.
Yes. Harbison? Yeah. Dustin?
Yes.
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 No.
Yes.
You had a question?
So a question I have with Brent. So in the discussion last time, we were talking about the edges of the road. And your comment was as well, that's basically going to be sacrificial. So what I would like to know is, if we could, what would be an estimated cost, not for this year, but subsequent years, to put a mountable type of a curb that is basically just to hold that edge together, okay? So, and I don't even know, so it would look, here's the road here, and a curb goes here, and it 90 degrees to the curb, road holding it in, and whatever that cost is, I'd like to, so maybe we can budget for that next year.
Yep, okay.
All right. Thank you, Darren. Anything for new business? You guys all good down there? You got any questions? Okay. I did have a open floor comments. Hannah, you want to come up? Please introduce yourself and what's on your mind.
Perfect. My name is Hannah Johnson. I'm a lifelong Lockport resident. I apologize about my keys. Hold on. And the wife of U.S. Naval Officer Marcus Melanson, currently serving overseas in Sasebo, Japan. Since the first humans have touched this land, I have had indigenous Ojibwe ancestors residing about 500 miles north in the islands of Lake Michigan, as well as Canada and northern Michigan, giving and receiving gifts to and from this land to keep them sustained. Around 150 years ago, the first ancestor of mine to leave the Sault Ste. Marie Reservation, Nora Ants, would make the journey to Cook County, Illinois, where me and my family would remain here in Lockport until now. Here I am today, a Lockport resident, land of the Potawatomi, the Keepers of the Fire, asking to build a community garden in their name, the Potawatomi Garden, full of plants and species indigenous to this region, like blackberries and plums in the spring, and black walnuts and squash for the fall. For without any of it, we would not be here today. The gifts offered by the earth will be given freely and will expect nothing in return, and could be a potentially life-saving resource for young families, those in need, as well as the ecosystems for ourselves and the other life we share this planet with. As we know, there is also a loneliness epidemic in this country and could offer a much-needed third space for citizens to gather and form relationships with each other and the land simultaneously. The creation of this garden is just one stepping stone in righting the crimes that have been done against Indigenous communities across this nation, and one small step in reclaiming what is rightfully Turtle Island. I believe this garden would also serve as a beautiful way to commemorate the life and sacrifice of U.S. active duty Air Force officer, serviceman Aaron Bushnell, who self-immolated as an extreme form of protest to bring a louder voice to the just cause that is the liberation of Palestine, as the liberation of Palestine and the liberation of indigenous populations globally will always be intertwined. Thank you for your time, consideration, and service to the people of Lockport. Miigwech.
So Hannah, why don't you leave your email
Absolutely.
with me? I think maybe you and Christina should connect because she's doing a native plantings garden, and also it's about educating the community on how to do that in their yards.
Absolutely, wonderful.
And have you ever connected with Midwest Soaring and Standing Bear and those folks?
I have not. Most of my contact has been with the reservation in Michigan.
Okay. So
but yes, that'd be
at the
wonderful.
train station, in the half of it, a group called Midwest Soaring occupies it. It's run by Standing Bear. He's the president, and he kind of is like he works with tribes all over the Midwest.
Yeah.
It's a really great group that I think I'd like to connect you with. And
Absolutely, that would be wonderful.
Standing Bear is always asking about things he can do, and maybe, I always say this, a voice of change is a voice in charge. So if it's something you're willing to help drive
Absolutely.
and connect you with people that are also doing
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yes.
So please, leave your email, and
Yeah.
we'll get you connected.
There's a piece of paper here, if I could write, yeah.
And thanks for taking the time, Hannah.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys too, and also, your information was wonderful. I love learning about that. Thank you. All right.
That may work well with the work that you're doing, especially proximity-wise to Midwest Soaring.
Mm-hmm.
Good call moving that.
All right.
I like it there.
Thank
Destiny,
you. I
yeah.
appreciate your guys' time. Wonderful. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you. Be good. Anything else? Then we'll have a motion to adjourn.
A motion.
All right, Renee? Second by Pat. All right, man, nobody spoke up. Everybody wanted to stay. All right, all in favor? Aye. Okay. So whenever you're ready, Kathy, your timing.
Here.
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 Present? Here.
All right. So first on the agenda is intergovernmental agreement between Lockport and the Forest Preserve for some property. Ben, you want to lay it on us?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. The intergovernmental agreement between Lockport and Will County Forest Preserve is to acquire a parcel that is on the southwest corner. I think we've got a picture in our stack here for it. It's adjacent to the Chevron property, or did we go too far? That one, Putnam, thank you. This one is adjacent to the Lockport Loop Trail. It is wholly surrounded by the Will County Forest Preserve. We had worked, negotiated with the family member that owns it to pick it up for our trail and potential future uses. It's always good to get rid of individual owners that could be in the way of any kind of potential construction later. And we want to acquire it, and then we're going to convey it to the county. I know there's kind of a two-step process here, but we're going to split the cost at $15,000 each. And we should be able to get that ratified with staff's efforts to get the closing done and everything in the next 30, 60 days or whatever it is. So it's a parcel that we'd like to put back in the municipal hands, so, and then convey to the county.
Oh, man, I should have had you bring that Lockport Loop video.
That was
I did
cool.
send it to everybody.
Oh,
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
saw it?
so-
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you. There's
We'll make sure we
obviously-
show it to, yeah.
Yeah, I can put it on the website or whatever, and
Okay.
there's an animation video about the potentials of, how the path could work out, and this parcel and the other parcel could be utilizing those lands at some point in the future. So we're just seeking approval and
Okay.
bring it back to consent if you want.
Any questions, concerns on it? You guys good with the consent then?
Absolutely.
All right, consent, please. Sonny, what do you got?
Mayor, members of the City Council, this is the second portion of the intergovernmental agreement. This one is with the Lockport Township Park District. I apologize, it shouldn't say for the purchase, it's for the conveyance. We're not buying the property, the Park District is going to quitclaim this parcel that's on Vine Street, and as indicated by Ben, this may be part of the bike trail, and this is a property, again, that's been owned by the Park District, and they are conveying it through the intergovernmental agreement. It's about 3.8 acre in size on the southwest corner of Ames and Vine Street. I think that's Vine, yeah, Vine and 6th Street. If there's any questions, I would be more than happy to answer them. Otherwise, we're requesting this item to be on consent.
Everybody good with that? Okay. Consent it is, thank you. And lastly, Brent, what do you got?
A couple quick items, if I could mention. First off, we're going to be starting the Illinois 7 project here very quickly. We have a pre-con within the next 2 weeks with IDOT. So we could actually see work begin by the end of April. I would anticipate definitely by like mid-May, work will be in full swing, let's say that. So again, Illinois 7, that project will be starting up here quickly, so I just wanted to mention that. And then this item, PW-1, is in regards to our 2024 roadway recon and water main replacement project. This is typically what we've done in the past. We budget for an engineer from a consultant to assist with our internal staff. With the amount of work that these projects are, we want to make sure that we have them covered, and we are able to, if they do bring out additional staff and additional contractors to do work in various parts of these projects, we want to make sure we can cover that. So this evening, what we're bringing forth would be consideration in the amount of $123,050 for Christopher Burke Engineering to provide that assistance. So it would be for the 2024 roadway recon and water main replacement, construction observation services. Again, we do have our internal staff on the project, but this would be for incidental work that is, again, is done in order to get the project done in a quick and timely fashion as possible. So this evening, we would be asking for council's consideration to move forward with resolution number 24-026 in the amount of $123,050 for Christopher Burke Engineering to do construction observation services for the 2024 roadway recon project.
All right, any questions, concerns? All right, we're good with consent?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brent. All right, CA1, new business.
Thank you, Mayor. Members of the council, we did have a request from one of the aldermen to bring up this item. The 2009 Downtown Master Plan was in your packet this evening. We can certainly, we have talked about this off and on, especially since we've improved the streetscaping, was that 2021, Brent, I think it was, for most of that construction. I thought it was interesting, if you look at one of the first pages in your packet, there's a pretty good kind of creative imagery from 2009 that we came pretty close to this, I think even better. So we talked to Lance. It's probably a $100,000 ask in the budget, I'm guessing, if we re-engage somebody to redo the downtown plan. That was something that we didn't budget this year, but we certainly could include that in an amendment at the end of the year if you want to start doing it sooner, or we can budget for it in the fall. It's entirely up to the council. I talked to staff. As far as staff time, it won't be too bad. We're just kind of updating the old plan, so we're not starting anew. I'm not sure who he's thinking in regards to who we might contract with, but we could talk to a couple firms. and get back to you with an estimate if you want a formal thing, if you want to do something still this year.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Why don't you give us a hard number, some estimates, so we can get a good understanding of it, and, yeah, then we can decide if, I mean, there's a lot going on, so that it makes sense to do it sooner than later, but.
The reason why I asked, basically what I really want is, look, I've told the story before, so when Ben and I first met and we went to an IML conference, one of the meetings was every municipality should have 3 types of plans: comprehensive, master, and strategic. And within the first couple of pages of every master plan we have, it says these things should be reviewed after 5 years. So it's been 15 years. And all I'm asking is people go ahead and just read this plan. You'll see things in there that are still can be done, and we'll see things that we've kind of moved on and it doesn't fit with what's going on, and then with some other ideas that over the next decade or so, the city should maybe start thinking about. Things that, when people talk about a parking garage, well, where's the property the city would purchase at any moment in time? Not saying that we need a parking garage, but we would have to purchase them. So the city's gonna have to think about purchasing properties, and I just think this, so as we go forward, I'm good for next year's budget, to have this done. But I just think we need to have this done and look at the next 5 to 10 years, which, we've done a pretty good job for the past decade or so, looking 5, 10 years into the future, and it just needs to be updated.
I like your idea too. Ben, if you can just, I know it's on the website, but if you could just send a link to all the council members just to say, hey, here it is, just to keep it in our mind come this week, because it's a good idea for us all to take a look at.
All the master plans, Here's a link to all the master plans.
Yeah, I like it, because I think sometimes we forget they're there, so it'd be a good reminder for everyone. Thanks.
Good job.
All right, friends, anything else? Then look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right, I got Renee and Jonathan. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.